Namaste. Welcome. For today's meditation, let me share with you a practice of mine, which is inspired by how I feel the energy moves inside the body. The one that I've shown you is a demonstration of the whole practice with the Khechari Mudra, but we will not be doing it with the Khechari Mudra. Actually, I realized this aspect of the meditation during the practice of Khechari Mudra, and I'm just translating the lessons to a more general practice. But if, for example, you're practicing the Khechari Mudra already, you may want to try this one. So this is a combination of both the physical body, arm gestures, hand seals, together with our drishti or eye gaze. And then we will do that with the breath. But before the practice, let me just give you a brief philosophy of the Granthis, or our spiritual knots. Right? The Granthis, or the spiritual knots, are the final elements of our causal body, which will open up once the rest of the energetic system, the astral system, becomes open and sensitive already. So the Granthis are not the bandhas, they're entirely different elements. Although we have 3 Granthis and we have 3 bandhas, and these points are somehow close to each other, but they're entirely different. The sensations of the bandhas are entirely different from the Granthis. They're not chakras too. The Granthis will open up the moment the rest of our elements have finally been cleansed or purified. Open up. So when the inner body becomes so open already that you don't have to use your bandhas anymore to breathe through the inner body, then the Granthis will manifest. And then when they open, as opposed, for example, to the bandhas, where it's hugging, it's collecting, the Granthis are different. They're the opposite. They're opening up. Literally, they're open, like there's nothing in those points of our body. It's free, it's empty, it's vast, that we can just allow the breath to rise through those points. As opposed to bandhas, which are, you collect the energy and then you allow the energy to confine to those points. The Granthis, although you feel the energy flow through those points, the sensation is different. It's expansive, it's outward, it's open. Thus, although you can feel them physically, energetically inside, it is more of a spiritual practice. So the first Granthi is located around the hips. We call the Brahma Granthi. And then spiritually, this is the seat of the physical body. So the many years of practice of developing our body is about that. So the celebration of the gift of having the physical body, where the energy or the soul is dwelling, is the vehicle for our consciousness. Without the physical body, we won't be able to manage our energy, the spirit. And the second Granthi is right here, in the chest region, the heart. So this is the seed of compassion, service, and teaching. So it brings about the good qualities of our nature, our hearts. So when this Granthi opens up, the heart becomes so big in the meditation, really during Samadhi. you will feel the heart explodes. Like this is the biggest of all your elements. It's bigger than life. It's bigger than you. It's like as big as the universe. And this one, when you meditate upon this, in the Khechari Mudra, this is so empty. There's nothing inside. Really nothing. It's just a vast, empty, hollow space that you can really go deep to the abyss, the emptiness, the vastness of the heart. And the last one is inside the brain. We call that the Rudha Granthi. And in the meditation, this is when the Kundalini finally unites with the Bindu, where you celebrate now the oneness or the union of your own energy and the universal force, where you experience the gift of Samadhi, being one with the Creator, that you now realize that the physical body is just a vehicle. So when this decays, we become one again with the universal force, which is predominantly all around us. And this is the seed spiritually of going back to ourselves, of acknowledging and celebrating our divine nature, spiritual aspect, the meditation. So that is the essence of our lesson. So the gesture itself, on breathing through it, will not technically open the Granthis, but they are a good way for us to celebrate their presence. I have to be very clear that Granthis open up only once the Kundalini, the astral system, the energetic system become open already. So they are the final stages of our spiritual development. But it's good to invoke their presence. And just by breathing through them, using the mind, using the body, and the movement, you will feel the radiance of these points. Alright, so first, let's learn the movement of the hands, or the arms in general. So, the inspiring, when we inhale this universal force, from the outside, it goes inside the body, of course through the nostril, but predominantly you will feel the chest expand. So if you open the arms like this first, exhale, just let the hands open. And as you inhale, like from the outside, you gather the force to move towards your chest. Inhale. And you will feel this expand. You will feel your spine rise. The rest of you suspend higher. It's important though to keep the spine tall. So if you're not sitting cross-legged like this, you can just sit on a chair as long as the spine is tall. Let's inhale. Invite the force, collect the force, inspire the energy, and then you collect the force here. At the top of the inhalation, you will flip the hands, and then you will form the mudra, or the hands. When I meditate, although I know I'm doing the Gyan mudra, in the organic sense, it's not as perfect as you are pinching. It's more of your thumb pressing against the first bone of your index finger. It's a bit more crooked actually. But for example, this is too difficult for you to perform for some reason because it has to be firm. It's not rigid, but it's a bit crooked. You can do the Gyan mudra, or where you clip the index and the thumb fingers together, forming a seal and extending the other fingers away from the midline. But when I do my meditation, I would just normally find my hands, especially my index finger and the thumb, will form this seal. So at the top of the inhalation, you're going to flip the hands like that, and then one hand is on top of the other. The other hand is resting just below the heart space, and then the other hand on top, like this. Right. So from the outside, you invite the force to enter. That's inhale, forming the seal. And then you may do a retention for a few seconds. Normally I would do maximum of 16 seconds. Yeah, and while the mind inside counts. And as you exhale, you're going to open the hands again. Exhale, share your energy to everyone. And then repeat the process. But when you do the process next time, it's the other hand on top. Alright. So, what is the significance of our hands flipping like that? Alright. Because if you keep the arms hugging in, it's very compacting. Again, all the movements, the technical aspects of the mudra, they have significance. They're not just for the purpose of flipping the hands like that. So when we flip the hands like that, the arm bones relaxes, and the spine, the chest becomes more alert. Because if you keep the arms hugging like that, it's compacting, it's narrowing. But if you open the hands like this, suddenly the chest opens up. So this one, the gesture of inviting the force to enter the body, celebrates the Hast, the body itself, the Brahmaganti, nourishing our bodies, inhale, with that healing force. And then by flipping our hands like this, we open our hearts, we lift our chest. Good. And then the final element would be our eyes, where we look. Right. Two ways. You can either keep your eyes halfway open or attempt open, and you look right up the space between the eyebrows, right up the forehead center. And then if you look up like that, you will see like a T or a V shape, like pointing down. But you don't strain the forehead. So like you're looking straight forward. And then just roll your eyes up. It's called the Shambhavi Mudra. Right. But for example, if that one strains your optic nerves, you can keep your eyes closed, and then keeping your eyelids closed, just roll your eyes higher up, like you're looking to that point while your eyelids are closed. But if that one is still difficult for your eyes, you can just close your eyes and relax. Or you can look your eyes, the inner eyes, towards your heart space. And then you exhale, open again. Inhale, invite. Lifting the belly up, opening the hearts. Either your eyes close or you look up. After the retention, you may close your eyes, exhale, open, invite the breath again, retain as long as you're comfortable, with your eyes open or eyes closed, or eyes to your heart. A light clap, exhale, and then you do the process again. You can actually do that when you practice your alternate nostril breathing with an Adishodhana. So normally I would do my Khechari Mudra, and while at Khechari Mudra I will do my alternate nostril breathing, and I will do the gesture, the seal. So it really gets you into the meditative aspect. You don't control the mind. The mind will always be thinking of things, but you lessen the fluctuation of the mind, and you keep the spine tall and upright, and you keep the pathways of the energy open. So if you're doing it with the alternate nostril breathing, only the free arm will do the gesture, and then once that side becomes tired, you can change. So I will show you one round and how to change sides. Right? For example, you're doing the alternate nostril breathing, so the right thumb will block the nostril there. Yeah. Exhale first. Inhale. And then you do your attention. You can either look up, or close your eyes, or keep your eyes closed and then look to your heart while you're doing your attention. Right. And then release, exhale, changing hands or changing nostril, breathing in, invite. At the top of that, flip the hand, hold, as long as you're comfortable, maybe 4 seconds, or you may not do retention at all. Flip, thumb again, exhale, breathing in, after the retention, clip. And then for example, you want to change hands. So after exhaling this side, keeping your thumb there, inhale, form the seal there already. Exhale while changing nostrils. Inhale, invite. Change nostril, release the arm. Exhale, inhale, collect. You want to change hands again? Yeah. Inhaling, retain, exhale, inhale, retain or no retention. And after the practice, if you want to end now, exhale both sides. Now breathing in, exhaling, inhale, exhale. Maybe 3 or 4 of this, and exhale. Yeah, or you can lift the arms higher. Right. So how long? Work slowly and gradually. Set a timer, 5 minutes. Yeah, when you feel the need to change arm, you can do that anytime. If you want to do the counting, maybe 9 times on the right side and 9 times on the left side, if you're doing the alternate nostril breathing. But if you, for example, you are just changing arm, yeah, 1 breath, 1 arm, second breath, the second arm on top. And you can just have a timer there, yeah, to do the counting for you. Good. With or without retention. Yeah, it works beautifully both ways. See you next time. Namaste.